Okay, everybody. I hope everybody's now here, and I hope that everybody's feeling good. Sorry about that. As you do know that, guys, we like being fair, and we actually like making sure that everybody's accommodated for, so that we don't actually make sure that most of the people don't miss what we need to talk about. Okay, but beyond everything, let's just get to it right now. Okay, with the sound, you didn't hear it because I was in a bit like I had to make sure that most of the people join. As we do know, today it's Friday, guys. So a lot is going on. A lot is going on. A lot is going on. A lot is all of is going on. So yeah. Especially season. It's not about being late, man. We told you the sessions start in between 19 to 20. This means you should expect a session not from 7 to 8, but in between 7 or 8. So in between those times, that's when you can get the session. It's not about being late. Consideration is best, sir. Please always make sure that you get up to us and actually make sure that you connect with us because, yeah, we try to operate as far most as possible to make sure that we cater for everybody. Okay. But beyond everything, welcome back again, guys, and welcome back to FX Go channel. As you do know that we focus on making sure that everybody's feeling good. We focus on making sure that everybody's feeling superb at all times. So before we can get into it, you do know that today's FX Code and Psychology Fridays, and this is where we actually engage into talking to each other, understanding what's somebody's problem, understanding how people operate, what's making everything difficult for you, and all of that. So this is the reason why we do have Psychology Fridays. I don't know what's happening with my network, guys, but it's a bit dodgy today. But I just hope everybody is good. Okay, so without any further waste of time, I guess let's get to it. Let's get to it. I'm trying to show you guys here so that it makes sense. And why does the screen keep pausing the shades now? Maybe it's because I got a lot of apps going on. So let me just try closing a few. Close Windows. Close Windows. Let me just try and close most of the apps we have here so that we show a better run into our session. All right, cool. Guys, once again, welcome back to FX Code and the Psychology Fridays. And I can't really wait to be with you guys here. And as you do know, today is a day whereby we engage with everybody. It's a day that we engage with a lot of people to understand what's going on, especially in your trading journey since you have joined the mentorship. So I'm going to be taking a few hands so that they can ask questions. As you do know that as I said, on Fridays, that's where we engage with you guys to ensure that everybody feels good and all of that. So I'm going to be taking a few hands. As you do know, if I've previously answered your question or something like that, or helped you or guide you with your psychology, please let's be fair and give others a chance. So I'll be taking hands from now. And the first person I'll start with is actually Peter. Peter, how do you feel today, sir? How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How was trading?
Nah, man, trading is quite good. No much complaints, man. I wouldn't lie and say there's a lot going on, but we're just trading to make money, and so how can we help you today?
Honestly, my own problem now is the confirmation before my own confirmation before I take a trade. I'm having issue on that.
Okay.
Sometimes I will enter a trade. Then before you understand, I'll close it. Then I'll come back later and I'll see the trade have gone my way. I don't know my own personal problem now. Maybe
Okay.
I
So
didn't trust
actually, you're
myself.
struggling with confirmations on entering trades.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you do know that you have to have a pen down and all of that. So okay, just to advise you a bit more, I would say to you, as you do know what we preach all the time. What we preach all the time is that you need 3 confirmations before executing a trade, right? And
Yes,
as we say that, number one, you need to understand where is the current price action. What do we mean? Where is the current market? What do you mean by that? Is you need to focus on the latest price action to understand whether we are on resistance or we are at the support, right? That's the first
yes, sir.
confirmation. The second confirmation comes out of a pattern. What is the pattern that we have built towards the last price action? Is it a reversal pattern or is it a continuation pattern? For instance, maybe we made the market formed a descending type of structure. We do know that that is a reversal pattern for buying opportunity. But if it's an ascending type of structure, we do know that it's a reversal pattern for selling opportunities. So you need to understand the pattern. And then lastly, you need to understand the overall direction. What's the overall direction saying? Are we in a bullish market, or rather, are we on a bearish market? So if you can confirm those three, that would actually help you to be able to crack your entries. And bear in mind, guys, entry, there's never a perfect entry, or rather we say there's a good entry. Every entry depends if you feel safe with it. For an example, let me just share a bit of charts right now, just to make sure that everybody, we are on the same page. Let's go to the markets right now. Let's go to the markets right now. Just remove this and correct. Yeah. And then back to the markets. Okay, cool. So as you can you see the markets, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So number one, I gotta understand where the prices are right now. As you can see, where I'm at this current moment is a sensitive area. It's a median support and resistance. This means this area can either turn into a support or can turn into a resistance. Okay, cool. What's the second price confirmation? The second price level is, are we in a bullish or a bearish trend? If you can look at it right now, we are actually in a bullish trend, right?
Yeah.
That's the second confirmation. And if I take it to a 1 hour time frame, you would understand that two confirmations says I'm in a resistant level, and the second confirmation is the bullish pattern, of which at the current moment the prices have touched the top of the trend line in resistance. So what's the last part? The last part is understanding the pattern. The pattern that I see right now is that I'm seeing an ascending type of structure, of which it confirms my reversal pattern. This means from here, I'm looking for prices to go from the toughest point to the downside because of what the three confirmations that I got from the market. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Your question probably helped a lot of people. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Stay safe. Corona is real. Okay.
thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay. Now we're gonna take the second person, which is Mr. Mukoma. Mr. Mukoma. Mr. Mukoma. Mr. Mukoma. How are you, sir? Mr. Mukoma, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, man?
I'm really fine. I'm doing well, guys.
Yes, sir. So how can I help you today?
Okay. I don't know whether shall we identify it as over trading or what, but let me just ask the question.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's say I trade like from Tuesday up until Thursday. So what I do is like as a trader, there would be some trades that will lose. True. Not because of the entry is wrong, but the market is doing wonders, So I make money on Forex, then at some point I lose. But when I lose, I get back to where I was, like finding account. Let me say I found maybe with $100. I found with $100, I make about maybe $75 weekly. Then maybe somehow I lose, get back to the very same amount. At some point I lose that $100, going to 50, win to 100. Like it is something that I don't know what's happening, and it's been for 4 weeks now.
Yes, sir.
I'm on survival mode to say. So like, what can I do?
Okay, so the best way that I would advise you, so there's actually the 3 stages into trading. The first stage is the losing stage, of which the recession phase, right? And then we have the survival phase, and then we have the growth phase. So right now, as I'm listening to you, what you're saying is that you are struggling on the survival stage, whereby you grow an account, but you consistently go back to the same amount that you funded. Am I right?
I don't actually blow.
Yeah, I understand. So you are on the survival stage because you don't blow, you just go back to the same amount that you funded.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's pretty simple to fix it, sir. I wouldn't lie to you. So how do you deal with the survival stage? Bear in mind, what you can review, you can improve. So you gotta understand, why do you get losing trades and that take you back to the same amount that you funded, and find the reason why is that happening. I'm gonna give you 4 clues that are gonna lead you towards introspecting yourself. Number one, it's either it's over risking when you see profits. This means it's either you open big lots the minute you start seeing that your account is growing. That drawdowns end up killing your account, and then once the account is killed, that's where emotions kick in and you start closing your trades. Number two, it can either be you over risking, meaning you might be taking 2 trades while you're growing the account, but the minute the account is bigger, you're actually taking 5 trades per entry. You actually over trading. That's over trading. Remember, there's a difference between over risking and over trading. Over risking is you opening big lot sizes and risking overdose. Number two, over trading is actually placing a lot of trades at once, or rather say it's you placing a lot of trades on one trade. You placing a lot of positions on one entry. Okay. Now the third one. The third one might be you being impulsive. By impulsive, we mean you might be entering every trade that you possibly see as right. I know how the market actually can tempt you at times, but what it does is that the minute you win, it positions your mindset into a state that you thinking that now you dominate the market instead of actually following the market. So the minute you win, I probably think that's possibly a psychology that you get that ends up trapping you on the wrong side, that you end up now starting to lose. Okay, that's the third one. And then the last one, it can probably be the fear of losing the profits that you have. The fear of losing profits that you have occurs when you grow an account, and then the minute you start seeing drawdowns, you start being skeptical to say, okay, oh, I'm about to lose my profits. How about I close to secure them? Only to find out that you close a lot of trades even before you can actually start growing the account, or rather, even before they reach your funded amount. Does that make sense?
It does make sense there.
Did I help you on that one?
So I just want to know, like, how do I bounce back?
Okay, how do you bounce back is that, bear in mind, the minute you fund your account, is you saying you want to grow the account in order to sustain some certain part of your life, right? For instance, you're funding, maybe you just want to create a living, you're funding because you want to make money, right? About money or something like that. Am I right? So let that be the growth stage. By growth stage, what do I mean? Don't have an impulsive mindset to say you want to grow the account by force. Grow the account genuinely. That is what I always make an example about, mostly in the sessions that I do have, to say it's better to grow genuine than to grow forced. When you force the market, when you force to grow an account, you're going to end up blowing it, and then you start panicking, start saying Forex is a scam and all of that. But if you're growing genuinely, this means you're taking small trade, you're taking a minimum number of trades, you proper risking and all of that. Let that be your mindset. Have the mindset of growing the account, not actually a mindset of like funding a lifestyle or something like that. So what I normally say is there's a difference between a person who sees trading as a career and a person who sees trading as a breakthrough. Trading, if you see it as a breakthrough, you're going to fumble a lot of times. But if you see it as a career, you're going to start treating it like something that grows slow and steady. Same as a business, right? So that's the same way growing an account needs to be like. You need to position your mindset to say slow growth, it's better than fast growth, because fast growth builds arrogance, cockiness, and all of that. But slow growth builds character. And for your information, you actually need a certain portion of, or to say a certain character, for you to start winning in trading. Did I help you?
You did, sir. You did. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. Stay safe. Corona is real.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Dibato. How are you, Dibato? We are on you right now. How are you, Dibato?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing, sir?
No, I'm pretty good, man. How's your day going?
It's been going good, man. I had a great week. My
Yes, sir.
trades this week went the way that I anticipated.
That's good. That's good to hear, for sure.
Yeah. And just to add on to what you were saying right now, it also just encouraged me in terms of looking at how I've been trading, because I've been in the place where Mr. Mukoma was,
Okay.
where I felt like I'm stuck in terms of I'd grow my account to a certain level, and then I'll just go back again. And and that feeling is all about not trusting yourself in terms of your strategy. Number one, that's how I felt,
Yes, sir.
where I couldn't trust my strategy enough. But the biggest problem that I had was the fear of actually holding trades to a point where I need to take profit, you know,
Mhm.
and it would get to a point where I would say analyze the markets, and it would go my direction. But then when I looked as if it's looking to pull back a bit, I'd get scared, and then after that I'd just close my profits quickly, rather than trusting the process and
Mhm.
making sure that I set my take profit levels. Because like you guys always say, there's levels to taking profits.
Yes,
There's a
sir.
first take profit level, there's a second take profit level, there's a third take profit level.
Yes, sir.
So it all goes with also your entries as well, because your first take profit level, it has to do with your support and resistance levels. So if you know that the market is going to go the opposite direction, if you know that the market is going to go short, and you've analyzed your entry in terms of you knowing that, okay, this is the first key level of resistance, this is where I'm entering, and then I'm going to exit on this certain take profit. That's where you need to understand that those levels are important for you to be able to grow your account, so
Mhm.
that you may be able to not be fearful. Trust
Yeah.
those levels. So if you have this level where you have, let's say, your entry,
Yes, sir.
trust the process that it will go down to that level, take your profits, and then after that, check your strategy again, knowing that it will look to resist and correct, and then after that it will go further down. That's your second take profit level, where you enter, and then you let it go further down where it's supposed to. You take your second profit, and then after that you let it correct again, and you let it breathe, it goes back and corrects, and then it goes back down to your third level, and then you take your profits, and then now you're looking for a reversal. So it's those types of levels that I've looked at, especially with your strategy, with the FX Gold
I
strategy,
wouldn't
and it has
lie to
helped.
you. I'm actually excited to hear that by your own self, you were able to discover these kind of things. Um,
Nah, not just by myself, with your guys' help, man. Like you guys
for
helped me
sure,
so
man. We
much.
appreciate it
Bro.
to hear such a thing
Yeah.
because it shows how we're truly impacting. But just to add on top of that, so how do you actually spot that you actually need to take your profit? So in the markets, brother, there's what we call zones and what we call sensitive
Yeah.
areas.
Exactly.
Zone,
Exactly.
yeah, sensitive areas are areas whereby the market actually becomes a bit more sensitive, or rather, it consolidates a lot before actually moving to a direction that
Moving
it's
the
supposed to go.
direction.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, how do you actually spot your take profits? You spot your take profits according to sensitive areas. Okay, now let's put
Yes.
that into maybe a market chart analysis. Probably it will start making sense. All right.
Yeah.
Can you see the charts right now?
No, not yet.
Can you see them
Yeah.
now?
Now I can see.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. So, for an instance, as I said, as I'm looking at this trade, I'm actually seeing a selling opportunity, right? So
Yes,
I'm
it's a
gonna go
selling
to
option.
my 4 hour time frame. I'd firstly look, okay, which one is the sensitivest area? I will look at this current moment, then I'll highlight it with the ray line. So as I highlight it with the ray line, the reason why I'm putting my
That's
first
the
take profit
first
over
level.
here is because we have a
Yes.
touch over here, we have a touch over here, we have a touch, and it actually resisted over here, and then it also rejected over here. So it actually shows you that how much this is a sensitive area, right? That would be my take
Yes.
profit one. Now my take profit two, it will be somewhere right about here. What's the reason it's here? If you can look at it, there's a rejection here. Um, there's a rejection here, and then there is a rejection again here. Again, there's a rejection again here, a rejection again here, rejection again here. So it automatically shows you that the levels of
That exactly.
sensitivity are the ones that actually set you up for your take profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you start seeing, and once you start seeing the market in this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where all these other forex traders call cheat sheet codes. That's where
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to maximize your profits, knowing that it will get to that area. You begin to trust yourself. knowing that once it hits the first level, it'll
Yes,
correct
sir.
and go back up. That's another entry for you. You enter as a buy.
Yes,
And then
sir.
once it hits the resistance zone that you marked where you
Yes, sir.
entered initially, you know that it will go back further down. You exit that buy and then you enter your sell, and then it goes further down. You hit your second take profit. And then after that, once it hits the second take profit, you know that it will correct. Once it corrects, it looks to go back to the first initial take profit, and then you take that buy, and then you exit once it hits that take profit section where you initially hit, and then it goes for sales again, and then that's where you enter for sales again. So those are the things that I've been
I wouldn't lie to
perfecting
you,
today.
man. I'm actually proud of you. I'm actually proud of you for tapping into the first step into success in trading, man. That's really smart of you. It shows how you clearly
Yeah, man.
started understanding impulses and corrections,
Yeah,
because a lot of people struggle from understanding the actual basics that will actually make them successful. But nonetheless, we
yeah.
gotta
That's
give
how
other
you grow
people a
your account.
chance. I'm sorry to cut you, brother. We gotta keep other people a chance
No
because
stress,
otherwise
no stress. Thanks,
I won't
thanks,
be
man.
able.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Stay
Awesome,
safe, brother.
awesome.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thanks, man.
Um, Lucid V, Lucid V, Lucid V. That's how I'm seeing the name.
Hello,
How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, sir. How can we help you today?
Like and I can analyze, and at the end, like, and place trades, and like I don't know how long should I hold my trades, That's the
Yeah.
problem. Yes.
Okay. So your question is actually simple. You analyze and place trades, but the problem is that you don't really know how long to hold trades.
Yes.
Okay, simple factor. Brother, I feel like the reason why you get confused over that is because you haven't discovered yet the type of trader you are. Remember, the type of trader you are determines how long you need to hold a trade. If you are a scalper, you know you don't need to hold more than 30 minutes. If you are a swing trader, you know you can hold up to 2 weeks or a whole month. If you're a position trader, you do know that you can hold for over a year or over 6 months. If you are a day trader, you know you don't need to hold a trade for more than a day. What else? Yeah, that's the only four I think I barely remember right now. So you gotta discover what type of trader you are. Are you a scalper? Are you a swing trader? Are you a position trader? Or are you a position trader? So that's what you gotta discover first. So once you discover that, then you'll join me on another session, sir, to actually tell me how did that go through. So firstly, right now, I'm giving you a chance to discover the type of trader you are. Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper trader? Are you a position trader, or are you a day trader? The minute you discover those four, you will definitely know how long to hold your trades. Did that help you, sir?
It helped me very much. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate you, sir. Stay safe. Corona is real. Okay. Silo.
Hey, my mentor, how are you, my brother?
I'm pretty good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Hey,
I can see
I
you're
need your help,
excited there.
man.
What's going on?
No. Actually, you are my favorite, my brother.
All right. Now, appreciate it, sir.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
my brother, I'm having a problem here. Ne?
How can we help you today?
I once grew my 1,000 rand to 18,000. Yeah, and then I funded my account with 1,000 rand, and then I lost to 490 something, and then I took it from 490 something to 18,000 within 7 days. If I remember, it was on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
And then I lost that money to 490 something on Wednesday, and then I took it back to 1,000 rand. And then I told myself that, you know what, I'm staying away from the market today, and then I will start trading tomorrow. The following day, it was Thursday, I started trading. And then up until the following week, whereby I made that 18,000. And that 18,000, my brother, was all gone within 1 day.
What the?
It was all gone And I was, from that day, my brother, I don't know, I started losing trades, like even now.
Yeah, the
losing,
reason
brother,
that you're getting losing trades at the current moment is because of the emotions. Bear in mind, the minute you lose, your view towards the market is different. You want to trade for the sake of returning back what you have lost. You don't trade for the sake of growing the account. So you took an account from 1,000 and then you had a drawdown to 400. And from 400, it moved to 18,000. From 80,000 back to 400. From 400, I gave back to 1,000. The minute it got to 1,000, you said you're gonna rest and start trading the following day. The following day, you hit 400 again, and then you grow it again to something thousand, to 16 or 17 or 18,000 again. And then the same day, you still lost the whole amount. One thing I could tell you, my brother, is because I can assume you are those type of traders, or rather to say the type of students, not to say students, but rather the type of traders that overhide because of profits. You see, if you can grow an amount to a certain type of portion, and then when you lose it, you lose it all. You are not a good trader. That makes you not a good trader. I'm just gonna be straight and realistic with you because I'm trying to make you the best trader in the whole entire world. Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't make you a great trader. If you can grow an amount and then lose it all, it's a bit dodgy, it's a bit uncomfortable. But how do we move away from that? Bear in mind, what we said on most of our sessions, or rather say on our course, we said this. If you grow an amount or you quadruple it, or rather, if you quadruple an amount or something like that, you actually, when you do that, you actually, like, I would say, if you funded your account, let me start afresh. If you funded your account, right? You funded your account, okay, that's good. But now you gotta know the time to withdraw your initial deposit, because a lot of people tend to get trapped whereby you want to overtrade. The best way, guys, is to actually take away your initial deposit. If you probably funded 1,000, right? If you funded 1,000, you grow it to 18,000. Withdraw at least a 10,000 maybe, or something like that. Because to be quite honest with you, a small account has a certain discipline toward the human being. Okay, a small account has a certain a small account is a certain discipline toward the human being. If your account grows big, even the way you see the market becomes different, because the mindset says you are already winning, you are already making money. So what's the whole point of actually trying to, like, risk less, use proper risk management, place normal trades, that's all of that. Automatically, our psychology was meant to actually disappoint us in that type of performance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
yes, I understand.
the advice I'll give you from now on, I believe you are a good trader, but now it makes you a bad trader because out of one trade, you can actually lose everything. Try doing this the next time. You fund your account, grew it to a certain type of amount. After you grew it to a certain type of amount, withdraw your initial deposit, maybe withdraw your 1,000, or rather withdraw with some little bit of profits just to thank yourself. And then from that point, take it from there and trade the market's profits. Because one thing, the bigger the account, the higher it tempts you to actually over risk. Okay.
Yes.
So you'd rather stick with proper risk management by helping yourself to stick to proper risk management with trading a small account until you are big, or rather you are a better trader enough to actually stand for bigger accounts and start trading them normally, like the same way you would trade a small account. Did I help you on that one, sir?
Yeah, too much, my brother. Thank you very much, man.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Okay, I think that was some pushing the people, and then we're gonna be taking the last person. The last person, which is Abdul. Abdul, how are you, Abdul?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. Good evening.
Now I'm pretty good too. So how can I help you today?
Yeah, sir. I've been having this problem, you know. Sometimes I will really analyze the market, then I will think that the market will go on this direction, but this direction. And what I'm having challenges are lack of confidence of taking a trade.
Yeah, I can't hear you properly. Can you please repeat your question?
Okay, I said I have this thing that when I analyze the market, so sometimes I'll think that the market will go into this direction, but when I took the trade, the market will go in the opposite direction. Then I will start to think of maybe following the market to the next direction, but I will be scared, maybe thinking that, okay, maybe the market might just have a pullback from that place and go back to that direction. And that will lead me to missing of a good trade. So I don't know how to overcome that issue seriously.
Okay, so your issue is actually that when you say a market, the market is going to be selling, and then it decides to buy. And when it buys, you start wanting to follow the market by buying, and then it actually will sell. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So actually, I would say you having a conflict, you have a problem of conflict of interest when it comes to analysis. So it's purely simple. How do you deal with that? As I said previously, when the session started, I said you need to reconfirmation before executing on the market. If the overall market says it's a bullish market, we know we definitely gotta be looking for buying opportunities. So most of that happens on people that don't look on the direction of the market. Possibly you'd say it's a buy, but only when you notice it's in a sell trend. I'm not saying selling on a bullish trend is wrong, but I'm just saying that it is more safer on a bullish trend to look for buying opportunities, and it's more riskier on a bullish market to look for selling opportunities. It's vice versa. The same way as on selling opportunities, when you're looking for bullish opportunities, it's definitely wrong, because you as we are in a bullish market, you wouldn't know where the market will turn. Sometimes the market can turn your best trade into your worst nightmare. So that's what we don't do. So the market has the tendency of actually sometimes just to show you that it's the market, you actually go the opposite direction than what you're anticipating. The minute that you think it's changing the market price, that's when it will actually go to your direction. But how do you deal with that? The same way as you can see at the market analysis that I'm about to show right now. Can you see the charts?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so right now, as you can possibly see, we are in a bullish overall market, right? As we in a bullish overall market, so I would actually say, as I said, I'm looking for three confirmations. The first confirmation is the bullish market, and the second confirmation is that we have touched the toppest resistant trend line, and then the third confirmation is that we have hit the resistance zone, right? So those three confirmations already tell me that we're gonna be selling very soon. But it doesn't mean that we're going to be selling with immediate effect. What does it mean? It tells me that you're going to be looking for selling opportunities. So what actually flops, it's sometimes when you doubt your analysis, that's what leading you to actually wanting to sell when the market buys. And when the market buys, you would want to sell. So don't get confused. Actually, your analysis need to be the one that actually tell you what's the next direction. Sometimes it might not be picture perfect. Don't follow what the market is showing. Sometimes the market can show you because it wants to trap you, but you gotta follow what the market structures, market patterns, or rather the market movement is saying to you. The market movement right now for me, it's telling me that we're gonna be selling very soon. What's the whole point of looking for buying opportunities when the market is actually showing me here, and with this confirmation as well, and then with this overall confirmation as well, that we're gonna be going down very soon? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so the confirmations are actually needed to make sure that you guys actually stay and actually win most of the time. So make sure that you follow your analysis, trust in your own analysis. If you say to sell, look for selling opportunities. Bear in mind, everything won't be picture perfect all the time. You always gotta fumble for you to learn. You live to learn and for you to earn and learn. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. Just to go through a bit of the session. Okay, cool. I can actually see what people are saying on the comment section. On the session on Sunday, Andy said he personally wouldn't suggest it, and through my experience, I also saw how starting with a small account does more damage. Yes, sir. I remember saying in the previous session we had, it's true. I wouldn't lie to you. The problem with people is that we chase trading small accounts to a point that you lose so much with trading small accounts that you don't even notice how much it compounds to. So imagine if you were to budget those kind of 1,000 Rand every month, and then probably in November, January, or October, you start trading on a 10,000 account, and you would flip that into the biggest huge amount. That's actually good, because it's going to actually be able to help you to set you up for success. Small accounts are there to test your skill, but big accounts are there to actually bring a living out of your life and actually bring your lifestyle, you say, bring your certain type of portion of success in trading. And bear in mind, guys, yes, FX Gold, we're going to be having a Black Friday special on our courses, and we're going to be only opening for 3 days. Just bear in mind, you got to have that course. Bear in mind, guys, you see how I can actually break down the market in just 2 seconds, rather 10 seconds. We're trying to build that in the whole entire universe, or to say the world. But nonetheless, guys, this is FX Coach, your mentor. Much love, peace, and happiness. I'll see you on our session again on Sunday. I love you guys. Stay safe. Corona is real.